Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Lauren. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. Today I thought I would give you guys an ultimate guide, or at least my ultimate guide to shopping the Sephora holiday savings event. They do officially like 2 throughout the year, although I feel like they've been switching it up and offering more discounts and deals and different things throughout the year. But this is one of their pretty big, shopping and saving events. The dates are coming up toward the end of October and into November. It kind of depends on what level you are at Sephora, what discount you get, and when the sale dates start for you. So if you're Rouge, you get 20% off. If you're a VIB, you get 15% off. And if you are an insider, which anyone can be an insider, you just have to sign up, have an account, give your email type thing, you will get 10% off your purchase. I feel like over the years, I've gone in waves. I've shopped the sale a lot. I haven't shopped as much. And I feel like right now in the period I'm in, I'm excited to shop. I don't have a massive list, but man, prices are kind of expensive, I feel like. So I hope that this guide can help you if you're looking into a couple items. These are the things that I suggest, or things that I suggest you stay away from. And definitely use the chapters down below if you want to kind of skip around to where we are. But let's get into the things that I've really been loving and I think might be worth your money. I'm going to start out with an oldie but a goodie. This is from Caudalie and it's the Beauty Elixir. I love this product as a luxurious self-care moment. I've really been focusing a lot on that this year. This is more than a beauty spray to me. Yes, it is that, and I'll spray it right now. It has a little bit of oil, so I always like to shake it up before I use it. The mister is so fine, which I love, and the smell of this is really nice and refreshing. It has something kind of herbal and minty going on. It's spa-like. It really gives you this jolt of energy, and I love it as a kind of pause, almost meditative moment. I know that's going deep for a face spray, but I absolutely love it, and I might even pick up another one because I'm halfway done with this, and I'd like to save the money because this definitely is a more splurge item, but I've really enjoyed it, and it's one of these things that kind of reminds me to use my stuff that I have, actually enjoy it. And I feel like in this year specifically, this product's brought me tons of joy. So I do recommend it if it's something you think will fit into your lifestyle and maybe if you want to splurge on a little item. Moving on, I have some cream bronzers. I feel like so far this year, cream bronzers, cream blushes, cream really anything have been so popular. But this summer, the bronzers came out and I have 2 that I've really been loving and I think would be really great pickups if you're looking for a cream bronzer. First, I have the Charlotte Tilbury one. I have it in the shade Fair. I've already hit pan, so proof I love it right here in the pan, baby. This is a more pigmented formula than the bronzer I'm going to talk about next. I feel like this gives me a bronzed look, but a little bit more of a contour. It's the one I'm wearing today, and I feel like it's the one I've been reaching for maybe more often as of late. I just use a brush and, blend it on. It has one of those cream to almost like a powder finish, so I feel like it wears a nice amount of time, is easy to work with, easy to use. I feel like there's a lot of product in here. Although I hit pan, I have a lot of product to use in here and I love that about it. Just a solid cream bronzer. The other one is different. This one is from NARS and this one is the Laguna 01 is the one that I have. I believe there's 5 shades though. This is also a cream to powder formula, but I find for me at least, maybe it's just this color, but I don't get as much color payoff from this. So I'm not really contouring with this product. I'm more just bronzing up my face to give me some life back. I feel like this is one of those products that just, you don't know what's different about you. You're just damn, did you get some good sleep? Did you get a massage? What is going on? What's that glow about you? I feel like that's what this does. After I do my foundation and I put this on, it's just a breath of life to give my skin some color, add a little bit of dimension, but really just a nice, light, easy bronzer. If you're more of a no makeup person, I feel like this is for you. If you like more of that clean girl look or a more low-key look, I feel like this is the better option for you. I use it the exact same way though with a brush and I absolutely love it. Both of these have been amazing. I feel like I was using this more in the summer because I really like that warmth and the bronze look, and this also has a really nice kind of sunscreen smell, an expensive sunscreen smell to it. It's not obnoxious, it's not too smelly, but it is a nice little touch. I really like it when I'm doing my makeup. So I love both those cream bronzers. Those are the ones I would check out. Of course, we have to talk about blush. I have been loving blush and I really wanted to pick for this video tried and true favorites, things that I've really been loving for a long time this year. So I contemplated putting the new blush palette from Charlotte Tilbury in. I really do like that product and it might be a really good pickup for the sale because you're going to save some money on it, but I just haven't had it long enough to really feel like I should put it in this video. So I just wanted to make that caveat. I really do like that. But the blush that I decided to put in, the specific one, I decided to go with this Bare Minerals one. I bought this, I think during the spring sale, and I initially was kind of I don't get it, but I feel like I've been gravitating to a little bit more of the brighter blushes. Like they still have maybe a neutral base, but they have some color to them, whereas before or earlier on in the year, I was definitely into a more bronze, like brown toned blush. I like that little pinch of color now, and so this one, the Kiss of Pink Gen Nude Bronzer from Bare Minerals, has been amazing. I'm wearing it today over a cream blush, which I'll talk about in a second, but I feel like this formula is really easy to work with. It's pigmented without being too pigmented, so you don't have to worry about, you know, getting too much on your brush and kind of ending up effing up your makeup. So I love that about it. I also love that this has a sheen to it. I really love a glowy blush, but this isn't one of those glowy blushes that essentially doubles as a highlighter. Those can be beautiful too, but I do find for every day, sometimes, you know, it'll pick up the pores, it'll pick up the texture. This one doesn't do that for me. It doesn't show my texture, and I really like that, but it still gives me some luminosity, you know? It's just a really good one. There's 3 different shades. I really want to pick up the middle shade, but it was sold out when I was looking at it earlier today, so hopefully that'll come back in for the sale. But I've really enjoyed this, and you know, in terms of pricing, because it's expensive out there in the beauty world. I'm like looking at lip products from brands that I'm like, what? Why are you $24? Like, what happened? But that blush is $25, and I feel like compared to other things out there, it's pretty affordable, I guess, at Sephora when we're talking about Sephora prices. And last caveat, I do still love my Clinique blushes. I like my NARS blushes. Like, there are so many other amazing blushes at Sephora, so this is just the one I decided to spotlight in here today. But if you've heard me talk positively about some other blushes you can get at Sephora, I think those are still really great as well. In general, I think a nice blush could be a good pickup, whatever formula, whatever color you're looking at. There's a lot of blush sets out right now as well on Sephora, and those can be really great to maybe scope out too. But for my cream blush pick, I had to go with the Tower 28. This is the Magic Hour blush. I'm wearing it under the Bare Minerals one, and I love it. I love this for a more neutral look for me. What I love about this cream blush is that it's a bit of a thicker formula. It's definitely pigmented. It's not a slippy formula, and I like that. It's not too greasy. It's not going to make you look shiny. It's not like one of those serum blushes. It's not a liquid, and I like that. I like that it's a cream, but it's also not a cream that dries down into a powder. So I feel like it's that perfect in between. I feel like if you have oily skin, you're gonna like this. I feel like it has some really nice longevity and like stays on my skin. I have oily skin, but I also feel like because of the cream formula that it is, it's gonna look good on dry skin as well, because it doesn't dry down. It doesn't go matte or go powdery, but also doesn't have too much of a shine. It's just a beautiful formula. I really like it. I like it best with a brush. That's my favorite way to apply it, and it's beautiful. Love this so much. And this is one that took me a second again to grow on me. I need some time with my products, I'm realizing, to really know how much I use it, and that is one that I definitely really love, and I'm like contemplating picking up another color. The highlighter that's blown me out of the water this year is the Pat McGrath highlighter. This is the new one. There's 3 shades. She's been releasing highlighters in limited edition collections for a while now, but she finally has some in the permanent range. I have the lightest one in Lunar Allure. It's the highlighter I'm wearing today. I just love this highlighter. I really do, and this color specifically can be a little bit scary looking because it looks so icy in the pan, but I find on the cheeks it warms up a little bit. It still has like a bit of that cool tone glow to it, but if you're gentle with your application, it's not going to become like opaque and kind of like a stripe. I don't like that look. This kind of is in the in-between line. It's not a gelée like high shine formula, but it's also not too opaque of a base. It's kind of this in-between, and I really like it. I also have been using this non-stop since I got it for my eye looks. I really like using highlighters for my brow bone and inner corner, and this highlighters come in handy also with that. So I like that I can use it in multiple ways, and you know, it helps me get a lot of use out of little palettes that I have if they don't have a color like this for the brow bone. I can combine this with so many products to get amazing eye looks, and whether I'm using it on my face or my eyes, I've been using this like, I don't know, 80% of the time I do my makeup. Like this year, this has been in my life, and it's another one, first time I used it, I was a little unsure, but with time, I've only grown more and more fond of it. It's absolutely beautiful. We'll get into some eye products now. I want to mention some shadow sticks that are in sets. There's 3 different sets going on. There's a Bobbi Brown mini set, there's a Laura Mercier mini set, and there's also a Tarte set of cream eyeshadow sticks. I'm a sucker, okay, for some cream eyeshadow sticks. It's so funny. This was not something I loved 2 years ago, but I really love the look of a cream eyeshadow as either a base for whatever you're gonna do else or on its own, like if you just wanna go simple. I think the Laura Mercier would probably be my favorite out of everything. I just find the formula really nice. They have tons of different shades, but the metallics just blend out really nice. They add this really subtle kind of luxurious sheen to the lids, and I find they work so well on their own or as a base, like I said. And if you haven't tried these before, I feel like the kits that are available right now are a great way to try a couple different shades, see what you like without having to buy one, because these can be a little pricey. I think they're like $32 for the full size, which is a lot. The Bobbi Brown I don't have as much experience with, but I do find it's pretty similar overall to the Laura Mercier. And then there's also this Tarte set, which I already bought. I picked this up earlier. I really liked the tones of this. There's like a rosy tone, a mauve tone, and also a golden tone. And what's different about this set is that they also have liners attached to them. I've been getting quite a bit of use out of the liners. They're one of those really long lasting, dry down, stay put type of liners. So if you like that kind of formula, I feel like it can be a good 2-in-1 type of product. And I've been really happy with them so far. But in general, those eye sticks, they're just really great. And even those darker eye sticks, I've been loving those as well, because I'll put them in the outer corner, blend them out, and then put shadow on top. And I don't know, they just enhance a look in a way that's like hard to explain, but is actual. I don't know, I've really been into the cream shadow sticks. But let's talk about a few eyeshadows. I kept it kind of minimal, for this portion. I wanted to shout out the Rose Quartz palette. I think this is one of the best palettes that's come out in a long time, and I really do love it. This is just one I could use every single day, you know? It's the type of tones I'm pretty into right now as well. There's some fun stuff, lots of neutral stuff. It leans more cool toned, like purple mauve, and I really love those tones on my eyes. So I wanted to give this a shout out, even though it's like a year old at this point. This is still the one that I really like, and I know that she's come out with a new palette, the Empowered palette. I think that if you're looking for a bit of a deeper look or warmer tones, that can be a great option as well. I don't have that one. I don't intend to pick that one up, but I feel like my pick would still be this one for Color Story. If you're looking for a mini palette, I really love this Tartelette Jewel palette. I picked this up actually just from Tarte's website, but with the sale, if this is still available, I highly suggest it. It has some mattes in here, 2 really pretty like flaky shimmers, and then more of a normal like metallic satin type of shade. Such a great one for easy eye looks. I like love this. I can go day to night with this palette. It's so easy to use. Great quality from Tarte, and I'm loving the texture that's in these. It's really special. Like, I'm shocked I'm saying this, but I absolutely love this palette, and it's quite affordable on its own. Like, I feel like this is already worth the full price, so getting it on a discount is just even better. And then last, as an overall like blanket recommendation, if you're asking me like what eyeshadow should I get, Lauren, I'm just probably gonna tell you Natasha Denona. Like, go to Natasha Denona, see what palette's right for you, and pick that one up. They're the ones I go to for gifts. Like, when I'm thinking of gifting things to my friends, I always go for a Natasha Denona palette. I feel like it's luxury. You're getting a great quality like product, a great eyeshadow formula. Most of the stuff she does is neutral, which I feel like is what a lot of people overall are wearing. I mean, if you really want color, you're probably gonna want to go outside of Sephora and try some indie makeup brands. But I just feel like the $65 midi palettes are such solid pickups. They really are. And I feel like $65 used to feel so expensive, but a lot of eyeshadow palettes are coming up in price to like $55. The Patrick Ta are $65. And so I feel like it's kind of just a more normal eyeshadow price, whether we like it or not. And so I think getting a discount is awesome on that. Like I said, you're just gonna have to pick the palette I feel like that speaks to you most, that you think you're gonna use the most. I have the newest one here, which I think is quite beautiful. I've really liked this one so far. But if you're looking for something more cool toned, there's the Glam palette. I have quite the collection, like I mentioned, but a lot of mine right now are kind of jumbled up. Something I really love about the Natasha Denona palettes, if you don't know, is that you can move the shadows around. So anything in the midis or bigger, it doesn't work like this in the small pans, like these minis. Mini and midi, ooh, they are such close words, but these are the minis. These are the midi with the D. These ones don't pop out, but these are also great pickups. These are 25, maybe they're 27. They might have gone up in price, but I love these as well. If you just want to try out the formula, see if you even like it, those can be great pickups. But going back to the midi palettes, they have holes in the back where you can pop the shadows out. They're all magnetic, and I have mine labeled. I just labeled them myself. And so I love taking the shadows and rearranging them. And I talk about this a lot. If you're here on the channel, you already know, I feel like if you buy into the Natasha Denona universe, in that you kind of have some brand loyalty or pick up palettes over time, I think it's really awesome that you can move shadows around, rearrange them, breathe new life into your palettes. And I feel like they just hold up over time. She doesn't discontinue her stuff very often, and I like that as well. Like, you know, stuff's gonna be available. Like, I just think it's solid. Natasha Denona is my pick overall if you're looking for some eyeshadows. Okay, I think the last section that we really have to talk about are lips. I want to shout out my favorite lip liner, Wherever Walnut from Makeup Forever. I've been yelling this from the rooftops for years and years and years now. I'm wearing this today as my lip liner. I just love it. It's the perfect color for me, but if this isn't the right color, there's tons of other lip liners in the Artist Pencil line. These pencils aren't meant just for the lips. You can use them on the eyes, you can use them on the face. So there's other colors in there than just lip colors, but they're just great. The formula is my type of lip product. I love that it does not dry down in one of those like lock-proof liner formulas. I know some people love that. I like something that is gonna have some longevity. Like, it's sticking, it's gripping, right? But it doesn't go on like goopy and then dry down where you have like a really harsh line. I hope I'm explaining this okay, but it's more powdered and it's a little bit of a softer formula. I just like that lip line look overall. I like filling my lips in with this. I like lining and just putting on a gloss, which is what I did today. And that gloss is also a recommendation. This is from Patrick Ta, and this is kind of a boring lip gloss. Like, it's unassuming. It's like, why this one? But I'm telling you, I use this all the time, that even though it's expensive, it's worth the full price to me. And then getting it on the sale is just like a bonus, you know? This is the shade She's Expensive, and it's a clear gloss with some glitter particles in it. I love that you can't feel the actual shimmer that's in here at all. It just adds this really beautiful glossy look. And these two together go to every day. Like, so simple, so easy. My lips look plump and delicious and I love it. So those are really great pickups. I also do really like the Kaja lip glosses. I have two here. One is in Milk Tea and one is in Honey Drizzle. If you're looking for that milky kind of early 2000s-ish lip look, but modernized for today, I feel like that's what these give. And I really like them as well. They feel nice. They don't really have a smell. Yeah, they don't smell at all, which I prefer. I'd rather it not smell than smell gross, right? I'm looking at you, Tower 28 glosses. I do not like those, so I feel like these are a good alternative to those as well if you're looking for something with a more milky look, but not so milky that they look a little off-putting, you know what I mean? So these are also just something I thought I would shout out, but I thought it would be fun too. I don't have a specific recommendation. I guess maybe if I had to say, the NARS Velvet lipsticks, like the pencils, are pretty good, but I thought it'd be really fun to pick up like a singular lip product from whatever brand, maybe more luxurious, maybe not, but just a really fun color for fall, whether you want to go berry or really dark and chocolatey or a brick red or even like a terracotta with a lot of brown. Just a fun lip color to kind of represent fall and winter, and just wearing that a lot for 2022. I just thought that would be so fun, and I've really enjoyed picking specifically out different lip shades. There are some really good lip sets on Sephora, but you know, really being specific about the one you're gonna pick and try and use, I think is so fun, and like kind of creating memories and feelings around that product by using it a lot in the given, you know, months coming up. I think that would be really cool too. But anyway, just thought I would shout that out because I'm thinking about maybe doing that myself. I think the last makeup product that I have to talk about is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is a boring basic ass product, but I have to mention it. It is the powder pencil, similar to what I was talking about with the lip liners. I like those glide on smooth pigmented eyeliners in a lot of ways because they do have longevity and they don't tug around the eye, but man, I really like this formula. And this is a drier, more powdery formula. It has pigment, it goes on really easy, it doesn't tug at all, but it's almost like it's already blended out when you put it on. I find sometimes with those really creamy eyeliners that I just get something really harsh on my eyeline, and I don't love that. I like something a little more blended out, and this just does it naturally while still giving me some nice definition. So I have the shade Shimmering Brown, but they have, I think, only 3 shades. It's like brown, shimmering bronze maybe is what this one is. I guess I could look at it. No, shimmering brown and I think a black, but I really love this formula. And if you have any suggestions for formulas that are more like this, more powdery, have longevity, but aren't those like lockdown ones, let me know, because I think I'm preferring those right now especially. But I love this, and kind of a boring one, but sometimes it's nice to pick up staples, things that you're really gonna get your money's worth out of, things you're gonna be using every single day and like happy you have in your makeup bag. So that's how this product is for me. All right, so those are my major makeup and one skincare product like recommendations and pickups. Now I'm gonna talk about some products that I don't recommend. If these are the products on your list, I don't know, maybe just double back, check in with yourself and see if what I'm saying about them will work for you or not. Maybe they still will, because some of these aren't just like horrific products, but I definitely have some issues and I don't think that they're worth the money. And I guess if I could go back, I probably wouldn't pick them up. All right, first I'm gonna talk about a cream bronzer I bought with those other cream bronzers, and I know there's a place for this, and I know I'm kind of alone in my thoughts. This is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. This is a cream bronzer type product. I mean, you can use it in a lot of different ways, however you want to. And I think there's a place for this product on the market for sure. As a makeup artist, for sure. It's a beautiful product. It really does give you kind of what I was talking about with this NARS product, but this formula does not dry down to a powder finish. And for me and my oily skin, and for the fact that I don't always like to set my makeup if I can help it, like I do like a glowy look, this just isn't really working for me. And I just would prefer using the other cream bronzers that I have. I've been trying this and trying to get into it, but I don't particularly love it. I think this will work best for you if you have dry skin. It'll be great for that. If you like minimal makeup, I think it'll be really great for that. But I would say overall for me, not my favorite. And if you like more my style of stuff, you have more my skin type, whatever, I would go for the other cream bronzers that I mentioned and maybe not pick this one up. I don't know if this is still available, but if it is, don't pick it up. And also if it is on other sites, don't pick it up. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Pillow Talk Multi Glow Beautifying All Over Glow Highlighter. I got the pink shade. There's like another shade in this. It was 2 shades that came out. As a highlighter, I just think this is fine. It has too much of a base on it, to me anyway, that I feel like it just leaves more of a stripe. It's just a little more detectable on my skin. This is not the same formula that is in the face palettes that have just come out. I wish this was that formula because I really like that. It's like a baked gelée, high shine, really beautiful. I was hoping that that's what would be in here, but that isn't. So if you see this, don't pick it up. I would go for the Charlotte Tilbury face palette over this for sure. For sure. Easy pass, seriously. And I love highlighters, but that one's just not worth it. For a complexion product, I went out on a limb. I picked up this new Milk Makeup Concealer. I have the shade 4, and I just don't love this. I really don't. I keep trying it. I keep like trying to convince myself like I can make it work, I can make it work. But it really just isn't for me. It's just an odd product. So I find it's like hydrating and kind of almost a gel, but it has a lot of coverage. I find a little goes a long way, but then I also feel like I need more coverage. It's so confusing, you guys. I don't like the doe foot and how much product is collecting here at the top. It's odd. And you know, the name on this, let me tell you what the name is, because that's what convinced me to like get this. I was very excited for it. It's called the Future Fluid All Over Medium Coverage Hydrating Concealer. Sounded amazing. I mean, I guess it's medium, but it seems just like a lot of I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like this concealer. If you have concealer recommendations, let me know. I'm gonna put a perfume in here, although there will be an entire segment of this video dedicated to fragrances I love. But one I did not like that's new from Ellis Brooklyn, Vanilla Milk. Just smell this in store, okay? Smell it in store. If you love vanillas, this is not your normal vanilla, okay? It's different. Some people like it. There's a few out there, but it's a very odd vanilla. There's something about it that smells almost kind of chemically to me about this. It does have a milkiness, but it's kind of, it's not a good one. It's kind of tapioca pudding smelling, but not in a good way. I don't love it. There's so many better vanillas at Sephora, which we'll cover in a second. I don't think you should pick this up. And if you're interested in it, I think you should go smell it in store before you just blind buy it, even in the travel size. Just don't do it. All right, let's talk about some really pricey products. And this kind of is a blanket overall. I just haven't fallen in love with the Tom Ford eyeshadow quads. These things are fucking expensive. They're $90. And I have a few different formulas, but I just don't think they're worth the money, especially just right now. I'm like, gosh, it's so much money. This one I think was limited edition maybe last year. It's the Lava Luster palette, and I mean, I love the texture on here, but I just don't wear it enough for as expensive as it was. I also have the quad in Body Heat, and beautiful colors. The formula is like a satin, so it has this very subtle kind of luxurious sheen on it, and I am into that. I'm into that, and I think there is something so nice about a subtle, really nice eye look that isn't super sparkly. I mean, I have a beautiful sparkly look on today. It's using the Odin's Eye palette. I'll leave it down below. I have a whole video on it. I love sparkle, but I have been getting into satins and those more low-key, luxurious, just soft sheen on the lid. I think it can look amazing, but I just don't think that it's worth the price. Like, just go to MAC. Like, just go to MAC, you know? And then this one here is First Frost. I think all these might be limited edition, but overall, I just feel like the formulas are so hit and miss, and I just don't think you should be buying them full price. Go to a CCO at least. Like, just save your money. At this rate, you could get Charlotte Tilbury quads for half the price, which those are still expensive. I just so far have not found the hype with these. I haven't gotten into them. I haven't. And I tried. Obviously, I have 3 of them. I would just rather have a perfume. Like, there's just so many other things when I think of like $100. Like, wow, I'd rather have a million other things than that. You guys already know I don't like this product from Pat McGrath, but I thought I would just say it again in case you were me and you're gonna buy it during a sale. This is the Intensifies Artistry Wand. It literally does nothing. If you want something like this, just use Vaseline. Just use a little bit of your lip balm. It's essentially what this does, but this doesn't even do it because it's kind of dried out, so it doesn't even really do that. I feel like that's gonna give you better results. When you do get a lot of this on, it's gonna crease anyway, which I don't necessarily mind that, but then again, I'm like, just use a lip balm. Just seriously use a lip balm if you want something that's gonna do. Or just use a good eye primer. There's tons of eye primers out there. I seriously don't like that, and I don't suggest it. And I think the last thing I have here, this is from Givenchy. I picked this up during the last sale. I don't regret this in the sense that like, oh, I hate it. But if you're looking at this and you really want this plush, beautiful lip balm, and you want something more than just the aesthetic, because I get it, the aesthetic on this beautiful product, okay? Really, it is so beautiful. But if you want more than that, I just think that the Rowan liquid lip balms are so much better. They're exactly what I want this to be, but they have a mint flavor instead of this rosy kind of mint floral thing going on. I like those on my lips. They make my lips look just absolutely beautiful, and they add just the tiniest amount of color to like liven them up, but it's not too much. I can wear them with no makeup or a full face of makeup, whatever I want. And I just haven't found that I've like fallen into that sweet spot of loving this product, and for how expensive it is, it's just not one of the things I would splurge on personally. Again, I would try something different, or again, go with the Rowan. Those are also kind of pricey, but I feel like just actually really good. Like, you're gonna love that you did that for yourself, which the Rowan are not at Sephora anymore. Why did Rowan come out of Sephora? I don't know. It's so good. Why did they do that? But those are the products that I don't suggest. I think that's everything. Now we're gonna get into a tiny portion for fragrance. I just had to do it. I didn't want to make an entire video dedicated to perfumes at Sephora because, to be honest, I've talked about these a lot. So if you aren't watching my Scent Sunday videos, like, why not? Go over there, check them out on Sundays. But no, I get it. If they're not your thing, I hope that this really tiny recap can let you know what are some good pickups, because I feel like perfume is one of the best things to get during the sale, especially if you're up there at that 20% off. It's hard to get perfumes 20% off. It's a pretty solid discount on perfumes, and perfumes are fucking expensive, so that 20% off really like shows in the price that you pay. Like, you really see that discount at the end of the day. I tailored my picks for perfume to go with the fall season, so all of these are going to be really appropriate going into the colder weather. So first and foremost, I love the Replica line, and I would say By the Fireplace is my favorite scent. It really is. It is a smoky chestnut vanilla perfume. It has a lot of woods, a lot of smoke. I get a very smoky note from this, but the sweetness that comes through is so delicious. It's described as like a burnt marshmallow type of smell, and I love it. There's also something like, you know, balsam in here as well, that kind of pine tree, and it's just just beautiful, so warming and comforting in the colder months. It's a perfect unisex scent. Sam and I wear it both equally, and I definitely think you should give this a sniff, especially too if you haven't smelled this in a few years. I remember this being a pretty intimidating scent to me back in the day, and now I love it. So scents definitely change over time. Your nose changes, what you're used to changes. So if you haven't smelled that one, definitely check it out. I also really love Autumn Vibes from the Replica line. I like Jazz Club. That's like next on my list. But they have a ton of different options, and I feel like they're some of the better quality to me perfumes at Sephora. It's just a line I really enjoy. Next is from Ellis Brooklyn. This is a scent I really love from Ellis Brooklyn. So I would skip Vanilla Milk and I would go with a Prey. If you're looking for a really lush forest scent, this has a cooling note. It's aromatic, has some juniper in it. It also has some boozy notes in here. Oh, it's so amazing. It transports me immediately to a ski lodge. The snow is falling. It smells fresh and cool outside. That's what this is. If you watch my Twilight video about scents, if you haven't, I'll leave a link down below. Check it out. I talked about this in there and was like, this is what Forks would smell like, okay? This is what, you know, Forks from Twilight, like the setting smells like, the Pacific Northwest in a bottle to me. I absolutely love it. So good. Definitely check this one out. Smell it if that sounds nice to you. If you want to go for a pricier perfume and get that discount on it, Kilian is now sold at Sephora. They also have commodity and boy scents. Like, they're really stepping up their fragrance section over at Sephora. But I feel like a lot of the different scents from Kilian are really great, and it could be a great time to save some money. This one I have here is Apple Brandy on the Rocks. This is actually Sam's perfume. He loves this. It's another kind of boozy apple. I think there's pineapple in here. It's a little bit brighter while still having something sexy going on. But the one I'm going to be picking up, spoiler to my wish list, I'm going to be getting Apple Brandy, and that one is like this ooey gooey apple pie filling kind of boozy cinnamony scent. It's so good. I can't wait to get that in my collection. Can't wait to wear it this fall, and I think it's a really good pickup as well. If you can go into a Sephora and smell that, or any of the department stores that sell Kilian, I would go in and smell that one and see if it's one you might want to pick up, because you can save a decent amount of money with the 20% off if you get that discount. And my last two perfumes are vanillas. I love Kayali's Vanilla 28. I have like the big bottle here, but this is what I started with, and I'm almost done with my little bottle. This is just a classic, pretty linear vanilla scent. It has some brown sugar in here. It's a little bit of patchouli. It has a tiny bit of spiciness to it, something a little bit sexy, but still soft and sweet. It really could go night, it could go daytime, it could go cuddling. It covers it all, and guys love this, okay? If you're looking for a scent that I feel like the guys are gonna love on you, this is the one. That is the one. And last, you guys know my love for Skylar's Vanilla Sky. This is more of a foodie vanilla. It has a bit more warmth to it. It has a cappuccino note, so it has some coffee going on. It also has some cedar, has some woods in here, and I absolutely love it. I also love the candle of this too, so if that's something you're looking at, it might be something to pick up on Sephora as well. This is just such a good vanilla scent, and you can tell I've like used my bottle up. So those are my top picks for fall scents at Sephora that maybe would be a good thing to get with the discount. Another potentially good pickup though for perfume, and I'll mention it here briefly, are the Sephora fragrance sampler sets. You can either get them in the rollerball ones. They usually retail for like $25. You get a couple different samples, and then you get a certificate to redeem it for whichever one you liked the most. And then they also do that for full-size bottles of perfume as well. So those already, usually you're saving at least a little bit of money, but then getting the discount on top of it can really amp up those savings. I just suggest that you know you like at least something in there before you go in, because you are locked into whatever is in that sampler, and it would really suck to not like any of them. So have a few that you know, okay, if I don't like anything else in here, I'll redeem it for X perfume. Make sure you have that in mind, but those can also be a really great way to save some money. And they also make amazing gifts. I've given them as gifts, and everyone loves them every time I do. I think we've made it to my wish list now. This video is gonna be so long. Oh my gosh. I wasn't joking when I said ultimate. I really wasn't this time. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna be picking up, but I know I'm gonna be buying a few things. I have some perfumes on my list. Like I mentioned, I for sure will be picking up Kilian Angel Share. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this moment, literally waiting for this sale to buy that perfume, so that will be on my list. I'm also potentially thinking I might pick Makeup Jazz Club, we recently, and when I say we, I mean me and Sam, went into Sephora and we're spraying the different scents, and Jazz Club just came through. I know a lot of you guys like Jazz Club. It's always recommended to me, and it just finally hit right, you know? Like, it just finally hit my nose right, and I'm really excited for that one. So I might pick that up. I'm not entirely sure though. I just feel like it's a good time. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it right now. Another one of the splurgy items I'm gonna be picking up for myself is from Replica, and it is the candle though of By the Fireplace. Like I mentioned, I just love that scent, and I really want to know how the candle is gonna be. I hope that it has good scent throw. It's so fucking expensive. I hate how expensive it is, but I know myself, and I know that until I try it, like, I'll never get over it. So I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna get it during the sale, and so that's on my list to get for sure. I have this Merit Cream Blush set. This is the Mini Flush Balm Cream Blush Trio set. This is $39. What I really liked about this one, I've been wanting to try Merit. I just haven't found the right thing. I like the aesthetics. Like, oh, I'm so torn with Merit, honestly, but I feel like this set is pretty good value. It's $39. You get 3 different minis, and all of the minis, I believe, are full size available. So that is something I'm kind of looking at when I'm thinking of holiday releases or even these sets. I want stuff that is a part of the permanent line so I can use it and like we can all like it together. I don't really want to pick up stuff that's like a limited edition holiday cream blush and then never again can you get it. Like, I just don't like that anymore. I want stuff that sticks around. I want stuff that people can pick up, you know, a year after seeing this video, they could still go buy it because it's still a good product. So the fact that these are all colors that you can buy in full size, I really like that. I am thinking about getting that one. I also want to pick up one of these Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blushes. These are also $39. Man, I think I'm gonna go with the coral one instead of the pink one. I'm not sure, but I've seen these all over. I love how tiny they are. I'm a blush girl, so I want it. I want to get that, I think. I also was kind of looking at the LYS one. I'm not sure if all the colors are gonna be perfect for me though to get 3, so I'm not sure if that's gonna make it onto my list. I am picking up some like repurchase items though. So these are things that are just staples. A lot of them are skincare. So one of them is the Honeymoon Glow AHA product from Pharmacy. I love this. I picked it up last sale. I'm picking it up this sale. It usually lasts me about a year, but this one, it went a little faster. I must have used more of it, or maybe Sam was using it more too. I love this product though for resurfacing my skin at night. It really gives me an amazing glow. Really like just gives me that fresh, smooth skin. I've tried other products that are supposed to do what it does, and I just love the Honeymoon Glow. Okay, so I'm gonna pick that one up again. I'm also gonna pick up another of the Belief Moisture Eye Balm, I think is what it's called, and I really love that. That one lasts me about a year too because I picked that up during the last sale during November last year, and I just ran out of it. So love that product. Such a moisturizing, really hydrating under eye cream. I really like focusing on moisture when it comes to my under eyes, and that one just delivers. Like, it feels so refreshing and plumping and really makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself. So I really love that one. And then last for skincare, I want to pick up the Fresh Strawberry Sugar Exfoliator Scrub thing. I love it. It's so good. I've been waiting for them to restock the jumbo size, but they just won't do it. They won't do it. I think that they're just having like supply chain stuff, but I'm gonna just go for the normal size one. It's a very pricey product, but it is so worth it, and I've been missing it like crazy. I really have been missing it. It's such a luxurious, nice product. It's funny, I used to be into really exfoliating face washes, but this one isn't like that, and I like that about it. The sugar in it really, as you use it, they melt away and leave something kind of milky, and it's just such a meditative, again, moment for me. So definitely picking up one of those, and then hopefully I can buy the jumbo at some point so I can save some money, or even more money per ounce type of thing. The last couple of things I want to pick up, I think for concealer, I'm looking at the Dior Forever Skin. I actually picked this up earlier this year, but the color was wrong, so I'm gonna get the lightest shade. Even though it looks really light in the picture, the actual swatch isn't, and when I was swatching them in store, it seems like that lightest shade is gonna be the one that works for me. I really liked how it looked on my under eyes, but again, the color was just too dark, so I think I'm gonna actually just get the lighter shade. And then another blush, the Patrick Ta Double Take Cream and Powder Blushes. I think the color She's Blushing is gonna come home with me. I think it is. I've been wanting to try it. It looks so pretty. I like that it's neutral but still has some color. It's like the colors I've been going for. So that also seems like something. And then I'm probably going to pick up a lip product somewhere along the lines. Like, I think I will. But who knows? I haven't made my decisions yet. We'll see as it goes. I'm always like editing and like going back and forth, seeing what I actually want, what I'll actually get use out of, what I'm actually interested in. And I'd love to know what you guys are interested in too. If you have recommendations for me, things you think I would like, I would love to know, because it's a great time to maybe check them out during the sale for me. But also, if you have some stuff you want to see me review, of course, let me know that too down below. Like I said, I haven't always done videos for the sale, but they always do really well. I think that a lot of people take advantage of the sales to save some money, and I hope that if you are deciding to shop, some of my recommendations or even some of the things I think you should skip are helpful for you, so that way you can pick up some great products that you're really gonna love, that are gonna make you so excited about the makeup that you have in your makeup bag or in your collection at home. That is like the best feeling, when you have a product you just love that makes you feel so good, that makes you feel sexy or cute or just like creative, whatever makeup does for you. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and other than that, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.